Okay, we have fifth Pirke of Pirke Avoth, Mishnah Yud Zayin, middle of Mishnah Yud Zayin. We said that there are three attributes that define Abraham. So anybody who works on those attributes and strengthens them within himself is called the follower of Abraham. And three attributes which the Mishnah is teaching us are the opposite side of the other three. Those are the three attributes of Bil'am, and those who let those attributes grow within them are called followers of Bil'am. That's what we did last time. Now, continuation of the Mishnah. Ma ben talmidav shel Avraham Avinu le talmidav shel Bil'am. What is the difference between the followers of Avraham Avinu and followers of Bil'am?
I thought we did that.
Talmidav should not be in the middle of the Mishnah. That's exactly where we are. We didn't finish it. No, we didn't do this. Talmidav shel Bil'am yordin leGehinam. Followers of Bil'am go to Gehinam ve'nochalin be'er shachat. What they inherit is be'er shachat, the source of destruction. It's very, very interesting. Be'er shachat. Now, inheritance is a legacy. This is what their legacy is. This is what their life was defined as. So Olam Haba, what we call Olam Haba, is a person at its purest, truest self. That's what it is. Gehinam and Gan Eden, in their very, very pure state, are nothing more than mirror. That's what they are. Somebody who is in Gehinam, that means he is Gehinam. He is the source of destruction. Now, anytime we talk about things that have to do with the spiritual realm, I've said this many times, we're talking in allegorical terms. The fires of Gehinam, whatever they are not the fire that we know as fire. We call them fire because that's the closest thing we have to describe whatever that is. Right? Anyway, it's very interesting. Why fire? More than anything else, why fire? I said this. A lot of things are destructive. A lot of things are very destructive. Earthquake is also destructive.
Consumes.
What does that mean? That means its very essence, its very existence is destruction. Fire only exists if it's consuming and destroying something else. If not, it does not exist. It's more than destruction. Its very essence is destruction. So that's why a destructive life, in our terminology, we say the fires of Gehinam, whatever Gehinam is, but because that is the most defining element we have within our physical world that shows destruction. Destruction is very essence, its very existence. If it's not consuming, not destroying, not using up another matter, it doesn't exist. Fire, right? All these wildfires, all these wildfires, they usually don't put so much effort into putting out the fire. They put effort in making a line that the fire cannot move further, and we're cutting the fuel. You cut the fuel, there's no more fire. You don't have to put out any fires. Just make sure there's no more fuel available. So the fire is dead by itself. It dies by itself. There is no more fuel available, and it's done.
Burn.
And it's done.
Controlled burn.
That's right. Controlled burn, this and that. So that means, fire is a very, very interesting thing. Its very existence is in that which it destroys, which we call fuel. And you take that away. Right? A storm could also be destructive, so could earthquake. But they are what they are, and they destroy. So, good. So, followers of Bil'am, they personify this idea of truly being destructive for their very existence. David HaMelech in Tehillim says, Anshei Damim Umirma, people who are destructive, Anshei Damim, who literally we call them killers. But as we know, killing comes in many, many forms. Kill a person as a spirit, that's also a type of killing. Right? So, Toridev lebar shachat. They, like we said, their very essence is what Gehinnom is. Our Talmidav shel Avraham Avinu, a person whose whole being, his existence, is giving to others, strengthening his own yesh and the yesh of everybody else, the existence, the positive, Yorshin Gan Eden. They have Gan Eden. Gan Eden is where everything was provided for. Right? שנאמר להנחיל אוהבי יש. להנחיל אוהבי יש. To give to those, to give legacy. להנחיל means to bequeath an inheritance, a legacy. Right? Yes, I have. Hashem is the source of all existence. He is the absolute yesh. We are towards the end of Mishnah Yud Zayin in Pirke.
What's yesh? What is yesh?
Existence. Yesh, I have. Right? Hashem is the source of all yesh that there is in the world. Right? So I will fill their treasure houses. Very, very interesting terminology. So pasuk in Mishleba means what? The question is you. How big is storehouse, treasure house do you have to be filled? It's not a question. The Yeshut, Hashem has what it takes. Quantity is not an issue by Hashem. That's something we need to realize. It's very, very hard for us to picture this. But amount and quantity is not an issue by Hashem. It's a non-issue.
Look at this guy.
It's a non-issue. It's a non-issue. So, but the point is, Otzrotehem amaleh. I mean, it's a very telling pasuk. Your treasure house, how much capacity you created within yourself. Or should I say even more, you discovered within yourself. The capacities are sitting dormant within us. We have to discover it. We have to discover our capacities. There is nothing truly I could say, I think, that is more important than this, than discovering our capacities. You've heard the story by the story by I say the story of the Rosh Yeshiva about the halacha that he didn't. Our Rosh Yeshiva, Rabbi Weinberg, most of you may have met him. Rabbi Weinberg, Zecher Tzadik Yiracha. One day, so we used to have what we called Va'adim with him. There was shiurim that he gave to the whole yeshiva. But then there was Va'ad. Va'ad was those private sessions, which was basically 5 to 8, 9 people in his office. Different ideas, different topics that different group of people he felt would be beneficial to them. So one day he was very, very chipper, very happy. So he said that there is this Bach Bet Chadash. Bet Chadash is one of the earliest commentators on halacha. It's called Bach. There is this Bach in Ilchot Kibud Avayim. Ilchot Kibud Avayim, they never understood. Rabbi Weinberg, 30 years, he couldn't understand it. So, and every time when I reviewed the Gemara, the Rambam of Kibud Avayim, honoring parents, I would open that Bach and read it again. And it sounded ludicrous. What he said was absolutely wrong. It couldn't be. How could Bach say such a thing? And every time I had this issue, and every time I opened it again, I tried again. So it's finally after, 35 years, how many years? So after 35 years, today I understood what he's talking about. Don't ask me what it was, I don't remember. I do not remember what it was and what he said, I don't. But one thing that impressed me, that is with me till the rest of my life. What if he had given up after 5, 6, 7, 8 years? Like other people would. And Other people will give up after twice, right?
The rest of us.
Right? So what? Because he never wrote it off. He never said, look, he doesn't know what he's talking about, period. He didn't put that period there. So, well, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it yet. So he never closed the door on himself. Had he said, Bach doesn't know what he's talking about, close the door and put that period there, who would be the loser here, Bach or him? Right? Bach said what he said. He never closed the door. So that means what? That means he always gave himself the credit that I could understand something that I don't understand now. We need to realize when we write off, we're not writing off other people. We think we are writing off other people or other ideas. We are writing off ourselves. We are writing off ourselves. We say, no, this, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That means I wrote off an ability to understand a different point of view. Now, one may understand it and say, okay, I see where he came from, but I still feel the other point of view is more correct. But as long as you saw it, you opened a new world, a new point of view, a new idea, a new window into your own being that will now help you who knows where. You have a new vision, a new idea, a new inspiration in your life, in your mind, in your who you are. And it's just, you're a different person now. And that's what impressed me. He never gave up on himself. He gave himself the credit. You know what? I don't understand it now. I haven't understood it for 35 years. But I still could, my mind could be expanded still. Isn't that wonderful thing? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So it says, Osrotehem amaleh. Hashem says, I have. La'anchil ohava yesh. The existence is not an issue by him. The amount is not an issue by him. The issue is the receiver. Right? Otsrotehem amaleh. What treasure houses have they opened within themselves? And I will fill that. I will fill them myself. Okay. We still have the Rambam to do on this last part. We will continue next session.
It's interesting. Bereshit